Rolling.
All right, everybody. Let's get started. Welcome to the Vincennes University Amazon Mechatronics and Robotics Apprenticeship Program graduation for Cohort 60. I want to, at the outset, pass along just most sincere congratulations to all of you graduates. It's been a long, hard 12 weeks, but we certainly hope that you're already sensing the rewards that you are getting from signing up for this program and getting through. And so congratulations from me, congratulations from our staff here in the training department. I also pass along congratulations from Vincennes University President Chuck Johnson, who follows along very closely with what we do on this program. At the outset, I do want to welcome our guests that we have attending today, and also want to welcome our guests who are attending online. That's an addition that we added several months ago, and it's a pleasure to be able to welcome in attendees from all over the virtual world to participate in these graduations. I know that we've got some in-person guests, and if you would, whoever's got guests, the graduate, please let everybody know who you are. Let us know who your guest is and where they came in from. Who's got guests? Yeah, go ahead.
My name's Cooper Paul Wagenshine. My dad came in all the way from Waco, Texas, and yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for making the trip. Yes.
My name is Brittney, and I want to be with you to the program.
All right. Tennessee, whereabouts? Knoxville, Tennessee. That's one of my favorite towns. I love Knoxville. Yeah. Anybody else?
Me.
Yes.
Right back there, that's Brendan, that's my boyfriend. He came from McCandless, Kentucky. We're only about 4 hours south of here.
All right. Love it. Well, thanks again, everybody, for making the trip. And thanks to you in person, thanks to you online, thanks to you who can't be here, who have supported our trainees and now graduates throughout this 12-week program. I know that all of you have lives, and family, and friends, and support where you came from, and it's not easy to give that up. It's not easy to try to do double duty while you're away. So thanks everybody who have supported our students, now graduates, from afar during this 12-week program. We have got, well, in my mind, no graduation is complete without hearing some remarks from a representative or representatives from the class, and Cohort 60 is no exception. So we've got 2 speakers today, and I would like to invite up the first one, Angela Horton. Angela. Okay, take your time.
I made it up here with these two. Y'all, we freaking made it! And just 3 months ago, most of us were nervous, unsure, and wondering if we even remember the difference between a wrench and a socket set. And now look at us, master of nuts, bolts, and all things robotic. We've come a long way, from our first day when some of us thought programming meant setting your coffee machine properly. I really want to take a moment to appreciate how far we've come. In just 3 months, we've learned some incredible valuable skills. We've gone from figuring which way to turn a screw to mount a motor. We've learned how to troubleshoot, how to turn a collection of wires that look like a bowl of spaghetti into something that makes our lights work. And all of you know exactly how satisfying that moment is when we weave our way through those spaghetti mess of wires. That's the definition of victory. It's like finding your keys after you've been searching for 20 minutes. We did that. I think we can all agree that mechanics and robotics are a lot like life. Sometimes you have all the right tools, and still things don't go according to plan. To which I think is what brought all of us here today. From all different backgrounds, walks of life, experiences, and cultures, we all have one thing in common, which was to reinvent ourselves and prepare for our future. With those differences and commonalities combined, I found that the secret to our success was unity. We were bonded together through culture shock, study shock, but and hours of studying is a whole nother story. With that being said, long-lasting friendships were also formed. We adapted. We adapted to finding a new solution and probable causes to a problem, troubleshooting with patience, and most importantly, adapting to new study habits. But together, we learned how to persevere. Resilience, the ability to keep going, the willingness to learn, keep fixing, and keep improving. If something didn't work, we didn't give up. We fixed it, we learned from it, and then we fixed it again, 2, 3, 4 times. Sometimes but we learned that failure is just success and progress. I would like to take a moment for a few thank yous. First, I want to thank God of this blessing and opportunity. I want to thank my family. Woo! Boy, did they sacrifice through the hurricane and everything else. I want to thank my loving husband for the long hours of studying virtually and just being there for the family and supporting my dreams and our future accomplishments. I want to thank my oldest son. He held down the fort with me, and I want to thank my twins, those nights of studying, you guys studying for your tests and studying with mommy with mine. It is well appreciated, and I love you guys. I also want to take a moment to thank our instructors. He's not here today, but Larry, if you're listening, yes. Your knowledge in multiple fields, your sense of humor, and the way you broke things down to me in extra layman terms was it for me. You were always available when I needed another lens to look through. Steve! Your specialty in getting us prepared for those socket exams are much appreciated. Period. Josh, Kurt, Wesley, and Dan Mann, well versed in your fields, your passion with your knowledge and expertise, you guys definitely delivered, and I appreciate your teachings and helping us grow. All of you have different ways and perspectives to figuring out a problem, but yet getting the right results, the right solution. This helped us as a class to look at problems through a different lens. Thanks to all of you, with your help, we are walking out of here as mechanics, electricians, pneumatic and PLC troubleshooters, and Amazon's future. So Cohort 60, what's next for us? Well, Now we're ready to enter the world of mechanics and robotics, a world where the opportunities are endless. And as we move forward from this program, let's carry with us the knowledge that we are capable of fixing more than just machines, whether we're working with motors, repairing, or building robots. Daniel, you on there probably doing some schematics right now. That's with all the love. Or troubleshooting, fixing problems, Brittney. We can fix problems and find solutions, but now we're even more equipped to go out and build something amazing, or at least get a robot to do it for us. Before I pass the mic over to my girl Britt, so she can break it down on what this experience was really like, I have one more last thing to say. I don't know if y'all have watched the movie Friday After Next, but pray we ready to take over the world. Thank you.
Oh, wait, you took my program.
Oh,
Okay.
that was mine.
No, you're good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Angel. Great remarks. Our second speaker today is Brittney Taylor. Brittney.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Mom, Dad, Chloe. For everybody here that doesn't know, my name is Brittney Taylor, and I'd like to thank everyone for being here for us today. I'm 31 years old. I live in a small town called Stanescu, Kentucky, in south central Kentucky, and I'm from an even smaller town that if you Google it, it doesn't even show you the population. I'm a very country girl. I'm very loud. I'm very crazy, and I'm the type of person if I'm around, my presence is going to be known. You are going to know I'm here, I promise. I will be at Amazon for 7 years come April. I'm from SDF 1, which is actually a legacy building. It's the 5th one ever built. It's the 25th birthday was this year. When I finally decided that I was ready to move on to the next chapter at Amazon, I knew that RME was going to be the place for me. I've always been one of those people who always like working on cars, building and stuff. It's just operations was not my place. When we all got here at first, it was so much to adjust to. Most of us had been in school for years. When they made us go take the placement test that first day, my eyes got so big, my heart sunk. I was like, Brittney, what are you doing here? You cannot do this. But look at me standing up here, and look at all of you sitting down there. We weren't like all the other groups before. We didn't all go to others every night. I mean, I may have dabbled once or twice over there, but that's we didn't go as a whole, you know what I mean? Make sure that while we were here, we didn't have big group things and big study sessions all the time. A lot of people stayed to themselves, but in the classroom and the lab, we all pulled together. We made sure that we all knew what was going on. If someone stumbled, we all made sure that they knew that we were going to help them back up. We all came here together. We came here to do business, and that's exactly what we did. I've heard speeches from other groups here, and they all talk about creating a family here. And when I would have to agree, I feel like for the most part, I have grown to care for all of you in your own ways. Everyone here brings a different energy to the room. Angie, girl, we will be sisters forever. I knew as soon as I walked in that home and we spoke, that bond was there. My boys, y'all keep me sweating at the side for just cutting up and got no act right at all. Never. Dennis, your spirit, I love it. I will always remember you. Like, you light up just everything all the time. And Daniel, I got that 100. I could go on and on with something for each of you. You are all such amazing people. Y'all, we killed these tests. Our pass rate was amazing. All these other groups told us different sections that they were petrified. 58 said 3 grown men cried during. I mean, they did. 3 grown men cried during PLC troubleshooting. We went in there with a 100% pass rate and had not only 100 in that class, but 2. Me and Zach both got 100 and several 90s. Nine said pneumatic troubleshooting was terrible. They were also stressed over it, and I'm pretty sure when they went to take replacement, a lot of them, like their pre-test, a lot of them failed it. I was gonna be in that place, but they were scared that way. The overall highest grade in that one was a 92, and I got a 93. We had a 95% pass rate on the PLC Silver first try. We're also smart, and we got challenged more than any other group here from Over half our classes moving from the corners of the U.S. to launch a building in Daytona, and they still aren't sure when it's going to open. Imagine the courage, especially for some of the younger ones, to pack up everything you own and move across the United States, and we don't get the moving bonuses like the managers do. Gina, I'm so proud of you and the barriers that you had whenever you first got here, and the fact that you pulled through it and you still came out on top. Period. Weeks before our break. Everybody else, when they come here, they got to go 6 weeks, but the way the Thanksgiving fell and everything, it just wasn't happening. And for people that aren't here and don't know and do it, this is so much. It is so much, so fast, and it's just crammed. It's like you can't even remember everything because they just keep putting it in there before you ever remember. Yeah, when we got back, we came back for 13 days. That's how long we had left. So we left in the middle of PLC, which was the hardest one. Sorry. So, but in the beginning, thank God we had Larry and Steve to get us together in the beginning of the program. They're the real MVPs. Y'all got us built up with the confidence in the beginning to get us through at the end. Also, Josh, Wes, Dan, Kirk, thank y'all so much for teaching us everything. Dan, I don't care what 59 said, I love you. You just listen to the mindset's kind of man. Kirk, if you listen, tell your family when we said hey. Brett, thank you as well. I'm sure I gave you 1 or 2 more gray hairs while I was here. Rochelle, Carly, as we leave here today, I want all of you to know how proud I am of you and how amazing you each are. Don't let it end here. When you get home, continue to grow, do a career choice, build on your credits, join teams to build your knowledge. Y'all grow young ones. Amazon is an amazing place to grow. If you want to put the work in to get there, go in there and take it over. Years down the road, we forget names and maybe even faces, but we all remember this experience that we have here together, and we will always remember our 3-month sentence at Vanderbilt Hall. I love all of you, and I'm so thankful that we've all met.
Thanks again, Brittney.
They won't be forgetting that.
Those are 2 great speeches. Really, really great. Yeah. This program obviously wouldn't be possible without our employer partners that we have in the program. With Amazon being the primary partner, but also the third parties, CBRE, CWS, and JLL, I want to thank them. Amazon in particular was the impetus for this program. And there have been a number of people who were instrumental in us coming up with what the program would look like, where we would run the program, how we would get you through successfully. One of those people has been with us the entire time, and that's Michael Getchell. Michael's been a professional colleague for the last 4.5 years on this project. He's a personal friend as a result of getting to work on this project with him. When you go through life and you have partners who you can trust that you can share in the joys like graduations, that's a great thing, but also being able to share in the challenges that you face openly and honestly and get through them. Those are great partners to have, and that's what Michael is. So I invite Michael up to say a few words to the graduates.
Well, I'd like to start with a couple fact checks. Mom and Dad, Cutters is a Wi-Fi enabled study hall.
It sure is.
And normally I start orientation day with talking about a movie as well, but I usually talk about Invincible. And now we got Friday at the end, both very inspirational films, I would say. But no, these were great speeches, Bob. I love it when it brings levity and life to a graduation. And so before I address the graduates specifically, to those online and the couple of a few guests that we have in the room too, I just want to say thank you all for your sacrifice. Holy smokes, I mean, none of this would be possible without you all back at home. The families, the kids, the partners, the dog sitters, all these other people that have made it possible for these folks to come away and make this tremendous investment. And what will be an investment in not just their own professional careers, but also the livelihoods and the lives of themselves, their aforementioned partners and spouses and kids. And when Amazon talks about making these big investments into communities and wanting to make difference in the lives of so many diverse populations, there's nothing that makes a bigger change than what this program does, because this is going to create an opportunity for you all. That's going to create an opportunity for you to make a generational impact for who's going to come behind you. And so for the families, I appreciate you willing and understanding of the importance of this for their career, sure, but for you as well, for the household that you may have now, but what you may have in the future. I know one of my favorite success stories I've heard an apprentice talk about in focus groups much after graduation is that they were so excited to not have to have a roommate anymore because of an opportunity to make a little more money. Somebody was thrilled to just message me and send me a picture once that they got their first brand new vehicle. However you feel about buying new vehicles, that's a huge milestone for anyone. But to get something that you no longer have to buy junker, and hopefully it makes it just long enough for you to get the next junker and clunker fixed up to drive. That's a big deal. And so for the families, I really appreciate your sacrifice, your 12 weeks without the people in this room. To the friends and the colleagues, the managers that are getting people back, I know they're also looking forward to getting the team back together. But so thank you so much for the sacrifice and the dedication, the commitment, and also the support and encouragement that you deliver. Fortunately, we don't get a lot of tragedies that come by way of people in the program, but it does every once in a while, or hard times that come. But so much is propped up here in this room because of the support and the foundation that's back at home. So thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your opportunity that's been created by these people that get to graduate and walk across this stage today. So thank you to the families. If we could, for whether your family and loved ones are here in the room or if they're online, please give a big round of applause. I had to be away from home different periods of my life, so I totally understand the sacrifice and the commitment that takes, so thank you. For the graduates, oh my goodness. This has been quite the group, and I can say that in a good way, which makes it even better. We were actually doing a big kind of end of year look. As you finished your testing, we can look at the full scope of what the whole year has looked like at Vincennes University. And it takes a lot to get a cohort to get 100% through. It takes a lot. It takes the support from home. It takes dedication and commitment. It takes a willingness from all the participants that, regardless of background and what neighborhood you came from or didn't come from or whatever it might be, to be able to work either in light of or in spite of those differences, to work well together and to partner well together. Well, this group did not only that, not only did everyone graduate, but as we looked yesterday, one of the most remarkable things was I think we saw, if I remember, I think it was the lowest, but possibly one of, if not the lowest, number of test retakes that was ever taken. So I just check quickly on that. Yes, I think statistically speaking, you all raised the bar for sure on just this experience. So congratulations on this achievement, because it does take a lot. And you all dealt with many different parts. And if you think about the unique individuals in this room, there was lots of different adversity that came by way of just bringing all 20 different people into a group, right? 22 people into this group. 22 unique individuals and perspectives and life experiences, and all this came together. But you all got each other through this. One of the intangible things that I'm still trying to find a way, because I know for the managers and directors and leaders that might be on the call listening, one of the things that I can't put a number on that I would love to show the success is how well people work together, the camaraderie that takes place, the things that I see in the room where, hey, I'm hosting this study group here, or hey, let's do this together there, or even just the stuff on the weekend where I'm baking a cake. Who baked the cake, by the way? Who's the big cook? Somebody made some spaghetti. That's what it was. There was something that was going on. That's the stuff that it takes, and I'm trying to tell every cohort that up front. But that's what it takes to get everyone collectively together. Everyone, like I said, the orientation day. That's what it was going to take to get everybody that was in the room to be in the same room at the end of this cohort experience. And you did it. And you did it together. And you did it, like I said, in light of or in spite of the differences that you brought, the life experiences that you brought, and the baggage, the invisible baggage we couldn't see you have to pay for a check bag for, right? All that stuff that you brought with you into this group that you did. So congratulations on this hard fought fight and the success that you see. But welcome to the starting line. Has anyone ever played team sports before? High school or pickup in the backyard, see a number of head bobs and hands up. So you all know what it took to get to the first whistle blow, the first tip-off, the first kickoff, the first opening national anthem played, or whatever it started, your respective sport. You all know what it took to get there. It took a lot of hard work, calisthenics, dedication, and learning the plays and learning the fundamentals and getting the basics down. That's what this experience was for you. You got to set the tone. I made the analogy during our on-the-job learning orientation conversation, and I compared it to building a house. And you build up this foundation that now you get to go back to the site. So again, for the apprenticeship program, it's a 15-month program. Only 3 months in school. The rest of this is about going to the field and learning how to apply this to the field and building on top of the foundation you built here in the field. It's just like that during the long, hard athletic season. You get scrapes and bumps and bruises, and you miss part of a game here and there, but you still get up, unless you're that linebacker for the 49ers, and you get right back in there, and you fight hard to stay in the game or get back in the game as soon as you can. You do that. It takes the same commitment here that you made back at the site. So when you go back to these teams, some of you have not met the team or the entire team that you're going to work with. Some of you are going to have opportunities to work with different teams as you have to do some traveling. But it's going to take what you did here. Working with people in light of or in spite of those differences that you're going to bring to that team, just like you did here. It's going to take that level of commitment to your team to stay in the fight and get under the boat and uplift with everybody else that you're working with. That's how you're going to earn the trust of your team, just like you had to earn the trust of the group here. That's what it's going to take as you go back to these buildings. Again, some of you, maybe your manager changed. Maybe you're going to be on a different shift than what you onboarded with. Maybe you're going to a building that's not even open yet. Whatever the case is, you're going to have, and at Amazon, we don't like to say that we have problems. We have things that get in the way. We like to say that we have opportunities. And so I want you to kind of think about that term and that thought, especially as you go back to your buildings to face some unexpected things. Maybe you know what it looks like to work on things at the school. What does it look like when instead of a 5 by 3 by whatever trainer, now you're working on a mile-long sorter conveyor? What does it look like then to do some electrical troubleshooting? What does it look like then when you're working on this label applicator? What does it look like to troubleshoot pneumatics then? What is that? So there's opportunities there, but there's opportunities as well that you're going to face, especially for all the travelers in the room. I know there's a number of you. I believe 10 is the total. There's people that are going to be doing a lot of things that are going to present opportunities to network and to meet and to get exposed to different leadership types, to excel in the way that you communicate, in the way that you escalate, in the way that you help lift a team, help a team lift that boat, right? To get under there and to stay in the fight and get in there with this new team that you're going to be a part of as you prepare to go your own separate ways from this graduating group. So I just want to encourage you in that. So it feels like we're finishing something, but really we're just getting hyped up to walk out of the tunnel and to run onto the field and start this real game. And it's not just a game that gets you to the end of an apprenticeship program, but it's to start a career, this trajectory where, like I said in the on-the-job learning and all the other conversations before this, where being an apprentice is not about being an entry-level employee. It's about coming in at a starting point and having a finite endpoint where you're going to move up, but it's going to prepare you to continue to move up. It's going to prepare you for next year and the year after that. And like I said, in the on-the-job learning time, optimistically, 20 more years at Amazon. But whatever it looks like for you, this is what it's all about. Welcome to the starting line. Get ready to go. Take the time to celebrate the holiday. Take the time to go back and acclimate to the building, but hit the ground running. Don't quit on each other. Just like you didn't quit here, don't quit on each other when you get back to the building. Stay with it. Stay in the fight. No matter how hard things seem or how much maybe traveling might stink in the mix of it, think about these opportunities and what's going to be created from this, the reputation that you can build for yourself. Because just like this is a platform for you to make a better way and better life for yourself, for your current family or future family or whatever it is you got back home waiting for you and we'll have at home one day, it's that same thing for your career. You're going to stake a reputation that you have on the line for how you do and how you perform and what you do next. It's not about just a program. This is about your life. This is about this opportunity. So congratulations on this job well done, but don't give up. So thank you to the graduates. Thank you to Vincennes University. And I look forward to hearing about your success in the field. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Michael. Very much appreciated. And thanks, Michael, every day for what you do for the program, your sincere interest in the well-being of this group and all the apprentices in the mechatronics and robotics apprenticeship program. Thanks, Angela and Brittney, for the shout outs to our instructors. Definitely. For our guests and the folks that are online, it's very important, I think, for you to know. Our graduates know this. All of our instructors have this very unique combination of skills. First, they have experience in industry. Every one of them have been on the line under pressure to troubleshoot and fix a problem in a workplace setting. And they've all proved that they can do that in careers before they came here. All of them are very knowledgeable about what it takes to do that troubleshooting, maintenance, and repair. But then you combine those things, and you got to be able to take that knowledge and experience and transfer it from yourself to your trainees. And we're very proud to have a great group of instructors who have that ability to take their knowledge, their experience, and get it from their heads into your heads. You've proven that works because we got 22 out of 22 graduates today. There have been plenty of cohorts who've come through here, like you said, grown men crying, people trying to take retests before they check out of their dorm rooms on a Friday. And I hear, 2 days ago, we got all of you through all of your certifications. So great job. But it's a testament to our instructors for doing a great job from day one all the way through. I also want to, point out that every group that comes in is unique. There are different dynamics that go on. There are different, as Michael would say, opportunities that we have with each cohort that comes through. But when we learned that Gina was going to be part of this class, we welcomed the opportunity to have her part of this class and to incorporate in the special kinds of accommodations that we would do for her to be able to follow along and keep up with the class. Larry in particular embraced this, and our administration embraced this, and Amazon did too. We didn't shy away from the fact that whatever set of talents that you bring to this class, we're going to help you apply those to get through. And I think that's another special testament to our instructional staff and our administrators as to what a great job they do. In addition to our faculty, I do want to acknowledge Jerry Ruble, who directs all of our training programs, Brittney McCandless, who is our lead on the Amazon program, and Rochelle Irvin, who handles all the admin for the program. They do a great job so that this program runs seamlessly and smoothly throughout the 12 weeks that you're here. But similar to having class speakers, we always like to have an instructor speak at the conclusion of a program or graduation. This is no exception, and so we'd like to bring up to the podium Dan the Man Stanescu.
60, here we are. Congratulations. We all should be very proud of yourselves. Each cohort that comes through here, there's learning that happens on both sides of the podium, right? We have to learn each cohort the thumbprint that's going on, each individual here, the best way that we can reach you, communicate with you, the whole line. I always learn something. I've learned something from everybody. And with no less emphasis on what Gina and the interpreters help me with, okay? Us as an instructor group as a whole. So I'd like to thank you for the patience with that group and Gina as well. Thank you very much. You guys helped out tremendously on how to make this process go. And I think everything went well. After I learned how to slow down in the lab, right, Gina? So, Horton, right behind the wheel is the invention of coffee and the automated coffee machine. So that is high up there. That is a very important thing to point out. I thought that was pretty great. Yeah.
Keep it hot.
Huh? Yeah. That's right. Got to have that coffee. You guys know how I am about that. All right. Anyhow, I got three things for you. Couple minutes of your time here, okay? Motivation, teamwork, and integrity. These are things that I hold close to who I am and what I feel is important keys to an individual, team, what we're doing, whatever our mission is. So, motivation. Yeah, you all have shown great motivation just to be here. Talked to quite a few of you about some different things. Some of the stories definitely stuck out in my head, jumping from building completely different fields of work into this one. Maybe never touching a wrench, remember as Horton was talking about, maybe not knowing the difference between tools. That takes a lot of courage to do that, to jump and come here to do that. So that needs to be recognized in yourself. So it takes a lot of motivation. Okay? You hopped into this program and you stayed motivated. And even though it felt like we had a lot of discussions off the side, right? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can get through this. Yeah, you can. Absolutely can. You can't ever give up on yourself and what you're doing here. Sometimes we might look at something as failure But what was it that was said earlier? Failure is just another path to success. As long as we slow down and we learn the lessons from that failure, right? It's super important. That keeps us on the correct path and where we're going. Right? Teamwork. Teamwork. You know, I see it a lot here. You know, I did almost 27 years in the military, right? It wasn't anything to show up, just like you guys, people from across the country. Get thrown into a team, have to come together, figure it out, help each other, because everybody's going to have a point where they're weak and a point where they're strong. And whenever the team comes together, they pull each other through. They make sure, I think I heard Simmons say this, no man left behind. No man left behind, right? I heard that a couple times. And that's the mentality you have to keep, right? Because you are, as was put out earlier by Michael, you are going to be facing different problems, way bigger systems. This is the basics. Sometimes you're going to be looking up the mountain. It's like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this. Well, guess what? Have this echo through your mind. Yes, you can. Utilize what you've learned here. Utilize those around you as a team to get through those things. Don't focus on failure. Don't focus on fear. Focus on success. And that will pull you through. Don't forget those around you. Don't go into some little cave off to the side and forget about those around your team. Okay? And remember, back to these times, these individuals sitting your left and right now. Remember this. This is your foundation of all that as you go forward. Because you're not going to sit still. You're not over. You just hopped on the path. It's a long trail ahead of you that never ends. Technology's getting ready to jump. You're going to have new systems that you don't even know about right now that you're going to be learning before your career's over. Period. Remember the past, the present, and think about the future, where things are going. That's what you have to do. Okay? And finally, integrity. Integrity is the final piece that I'd like to talk about. Integrity is doing the right thing at all times, whether you're in the presence of others or no one else is around. It's just you working on a piece of equipment and nobody else is in that part of the plant. Do your best all the time. Do not cut corners. Hold yourself to that higher standard, always. Maybe that's the thing that people thought I was so scary about. I know what you can do. I know what the people in here can do. I want you to see it yourselves. Hold you to that. Hold you to that standard. Cause yourself to elevate yourself to what you think you can do. Think it, do it. Integrity. Okay? Very important components. Right? These three things will lead you to be on and part of a good maintenance team, and will lead you down to a very fruitful and successful career. Period. Period. Congratulations to you all. Much success, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay? Thank you.
Great job. Thanks, Dan. Okay, now we're getting to the formal part of this program, the part that the academic side of Vincennes University is very proud of, and that's the awarding of the 18 credit hour certificate of program completion in mechatronics that all of you are receiving today. It's been a long, hard 12 weeks for all of you, and you probably aren't thinking very much about continuing college studies immediately. Maybe you are, but I think it's very important for our guests here in person and online to know that, you know, what all of you started 12 weeks ago was an 18 credit hour program. You know, a standard college semester is 16 weeks. And a full load for a student is about 15 credit hours. So you're doing more credit hours faster than what a full-time college student typically does. And for that, you should take full credit for what you've done. If you came into this program thinking that eventually you were going to pick up a degree, then we're helping you get there with these 18 credit hours. For an associate's degree at VU, 60 hours for a general education degree, you've got 18 of them under your belt. If you have military service, if you have other college credits, Rochelle can work with you to apply those. If you're an Amazon Blue Badge, you get career choice, $5,000 a year in tuition. Very easy to tap into. If you came into this program thinking that perhaps college wasn't something that was in your plan, don't rule it out now, because you've been doing college work these past 12 weeks at a very high level. And so whatever it is that you might choose to pursue, certainly college is one that you can attain, and a degree is something that you can attain. And we encourage you to do this. Now, come back to VU and you can take your courses online. So you don't have to come back here in person. Now, you can come back in person, if you like, because then you would be able to take advantage of studying at Cutter's. But I'm sure you've got libraries of your own back in your hometowns where you can do that extracurricular work. But so now the formal part of this program. Will all the candidates qualifying for the certificate of program completion in mechatronics please stand? Let's go. It is my privilege to certify that these candidates meet the necessary qualifications for the conferring of the certificate of program completion in mechatronics. The faculty have prepared the students to meet the requirements of Vincennes University and join me in recommending that the appropriate degrees be conferred. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Vincennes University Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer on you the certificate of program completion in mechatronics with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. You may now turn your tests.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Cohort. Please sit. Now we're gonna, the next piece we're gonna do is Brett's gonna read out the names. You're gonna come forward. We're gonna, Jerry and I will hand you your certificate. Rochelle's gonna take photos, right? And those photos will go up on Chime sometime here in the near future, so you'll be able to see photos. I would ask too that upon conclusion of the program, if you'll stick around for one more thing, which is a group photo in front of the banner, all the graduates. And then you can stick around and take photos, do whatever you like. So Brett, if you will take over from here, thanks. I can hear it. Oh, the slideshow. Okay.
Yeah, it's not changing on my screen up here. Okay. That's fine. All right, ready? Okay, Dennis Abate Russo.
Okay, the first one's the hardest. Now all you guys know how to do this, right? Got it. Congratulations.
Uriel. Anthony Johnson.
Count over the team?
Gina Mauricio.
Yeah, everybody doing dedication? Yeah. Where's your pen?
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, period.
Corey Cisneros. You got it. All right, dude.
Congratulations. Great job.
Shut up. I gotta be cute. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you. Period.
Let's go, Blue Bay.
Got it?
Go Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
You forgot to agree, you forgot to ask him if it's on the soccer, bro.
Oh, Daniel. Let's
You heard it? You heard me.
All right. Well, we're coming to the close of the graduation ceremony for Cohort 60. Thanks again for everybody who could be here guest-wise. We got a couple of closing remarks from Brett, correct?
Yeah.
And then we'll assemble for a group photo. Thanks again, everybody.
Let's go.
No, Brett. I know you're not anxious to get out of here, so.
You guys go.
So, but basically, just about 4 things I'd like to hit on. At the end here, and some of these things were already said, but there's things I think are important. First one is that talking about overcoming adversity while you're here. You've all probably at some point here had problems, adversity, you've had things that you had to get through, work through. And just when you leave here, just remember you did it, right? Because you're all here. And so you got through those things, you worked your way through them, whether it was just applying more effort or reaching out to others for help or whatever it might be. Just remember what you did to get through those things and just take that with you when you leave and apply those things for the future adversity that you come into. Continuing your education, whether at work or at school. So remember what you did here is no small feat. The amount of material and information that you had to consume and in the short amount of time you had to do it in, the amount of extra study that you had to do outside of class, those are things that would apply to any course, college course, training course, whatever. You had done a lot of intense work. You now know what it would take to pass those kind of classes. You know how to study, how to take notes, how to do those things required to get through successfully a course. And so not just at school, but at work, if something new is presented to you, something you don't know anything about, gosh, you've already done that, right? When you came here, you did a lot of things that you didn't know anything about, right? And you achieved it and got through it. So when you're at work, don't be afraid of those opportunities that come up just because you don't know anything about it. And the third thing is, while you were here, we talked about safety, right, in different areas. And just remember to apply those safety things at work and at home. So make sure that you do take that extra few minutes just to look around your area, your situation, and think and be safe and don't get in a rush. And don't let anybody get you in a rush when it comes to doing things, all right? And the fourth, most important one I say for the last is, make sure you turn your room key in before you leave. Congratulations, well deserved. That's it. Picture time.